Welcome back, everyone. It's 6:40. It was a tough 2020, and many are dreading filing their taxes this year. Even though the filing deadline was extended to the middle of May, you may be a taxpayer expecting a bill instead of a refund.
Consumer investigator Kristen Byrne shares advice from tax preparers so you can avoid penalties.
The IRS extended the tax filing deadline to May 17th because the pandemic has been financially tough for so many. It's giving taxpayers more flexibility and time to figure things out.
Rent, bills, everything need to be paid.
I just want to be ahead of myself.
I'm hoping to get a refund.
But that extension hasn't entirely wiped the worry for some who expect a bill rather than a refund.
What IRS is letting all the taxpayers know that if you think you owe, estimate what you owe and pay them something, so that way once you get your tax return complete, you are in line with what you owe and you've already started the payment.
Diane Robinson heads out Milwaukee's Social Development Commission's free tax prep program. She says if taxpayers still need more time to submit returns, they can request an extension until October 15th. But that doesn't give you an extension of time to pay taxes you owe. If you miss all the deadlines, there are consequences.
We're talking pretty stiff penalties, but the bigger penalties that I think a lot of taxpayers are going to be faced with is surrounding this unemployment. There's a substantial penalty for underreporting your income during the course of the year, and that penalty is on the upside of 30%.
Especially this year, I know with the pandemic, it's made it a lot harder for people to pay their bills and stuff, so there are more people worrying about those things.
Tax preparer Alicia Maraz with La Casa de Esperanza realizes the financial pressure taxpayers are feeling. She's showing clients who have to pay the IRS how to avoid owing in the future, making sure they have the right withholdings during the year. If they owe, she encourages them to get on a payment plan.
I usually tell people that it's better to right away call them and set up a payment plan.
Tax preparers recommend showing prior tax returns to them. That way they can compare those returns to this year's filings, making sure they don't miss anything. I'm consumer investigator Kristen Byrne.
And that May 17th deadline that Kristen is talking about does not apply to those taxpayers who owe quarterly taxes. Tomorrow, April 15th, is still the deadline for you. And so far this year, the IRS has issued almost 50 million tax refunds with an average return of nearly $3,000. That is up from last year when the average was about $2,500. Taxpayers receive these refunds when they overpay on their income taxes throughout the year. And conversely, when taxpayers underpay, that's when they end up with bills from the IRS, as Kristen mentioned.
Let's take a live